Live 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Xavier and Jasmine Live Gaming. Thank you for joining us here on a Saturday night. We
I'm
are starting
Xavier.
a
Wait,
new
I'm
game.
Xavier.
Oh, oops. Uh, welcome to Xavier and Jasmine Live Gaming.
I'm Xavier.
And I'm Jasmine.
Okay.
It is a Saturday night, and we are starting a brand new game. The Sinking City. Stragger is here. He says, "Hey guys, how you been?"
Hello, Striker. Been fine. Been doing a lot of sleeping today.
I'm excited to see how this goes.
I don't need no controls. I'm just gonna jump in.
Now, I read, Xavier, that your progress and your ability to, like solve the things does actually depend on what clues you find.
Okay.
So it's not going to spoon feed you anything.
Okay. Looks like our name's Charles Reed, and we were sent to this city in Massachusetts to investigate outburst of hysteria and visions.
Charles Reed, you say? Interesting. Stragger says he's been good. I've almost slept past lunch, but at least I ate today. Oh, he said I've also been sleeping a lot.
What time do you consider lunch, Stragger? Like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock? Because if you picked either of those, I did sleep past that. Oh, how long was it unloading?
Oh, oops. Henry is chewing on his toy, so I'm going to go find him.
Okay.
Getting looks very important.
You guys know the drill. New game, new audio settings, so let me know how it sounds.
Okay, so I heard you say that we have been assigned to investigate cases of hysteria.
Yeah, and visions. It looks like we're having a vision right now.
Okay. Stragger says it sounds good on my end.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, we're definitely having a vision.
Yeah, I saw it looked like we were underwater, but we're clearly not underwater.
So, in the little bit of reading up I did on this game, because we're both coming in pretty blind.
Yeah.
It's based on various H.P. Lovecraft works. And his genre is like horror, mystery, what's the word, like creepy type stuff. And so it's the 1920s. We're like some kind of ex-marine or something, I don't know, but we are working as an investigator, and the city is like halfway sunken, I think, and the people here are all corrupted with some kind of insanity. So I will be curious to see some other
If I
of
never
the
have to use it,
gaming
something
mechanics.
tells me I will.
Okay, you did a lot more research than me, Jab.
Yeah, I read the gameplay paragraph on the Wikipedia page.
Okay. So I
But
assume
I didn't know if it was going to be more like Telltale-y or more as in Telltale
Never
Batman
trust a tourist
versus like
advertisement.
Detroit Become Human when we played as Connor type investigator.
I didn't play any of the Sherlock Holmes games. You know, I think the people who made this game also made that game, so I couldn't even tell you. So that's simple right there. Wow, no tutorials. That's simple. Can't even tell. I'm pushing every button I can. Oh, what was that? Oh, oops, not that button. Alright, come back to it later. Cause I don't know what that is.
Diallo says, "Oh, so it was that kind of dream he had. I've seen it happen before."
Oh, I think I'm on to something.
Okay, we're finding clues.
Yes, I had to take a picture of it with L2.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Hey, Mario's here. He says, "Hello, everyone."
Hello, Mario. You're just in time.
Now get out.
Thank you, sir.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
I don't trust him.
Johannes
immediately.
Vanderberg, at your service.
You're in Massachusetts.
I
Yes.
did promise to meet you.
Look at this
moment you
barely wet
arrived.
suit.
Much
Compared to me.
obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess
He
I
does
didn't
not sound like
expect
he's
you
from
to mean so
Massachusetts.
literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Stragger said, "Probably got it on Craigslist." LOL.
That's an eye-catching
Compliment
suit.
a man's suit.
Thank you, Mr.
It's like the
Reed.
game knew what I was thinking.
A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
I don't know. I've seen people wear different color suits and not be a fan of that color.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task.
It's not even a
Most
yellow
maps
suit.
I
It's just a
found
yellow
didn't
shirt.
mark it
Yeah,
as
no,
regular
yeah.
packet ship is the
But-
only one
but
that
I'm not a
sailed
detective,
there.
you know?
Why is that?
You're right,
Oakmont
and
is
it's
no
the
ordinary
1920s, so it's a big
place.
deal.
It's
Okay.
unique.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
geographical
It's a lot of money.
position, and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you...
Alright, I know this game has a lot of dialogue, so if I read the subtitle faster than he says it and he's not interesting, I will
You
probably
said
skip
you
through
know
it.
someone who can help me with
That's
my
understandable. They are giving a lot of
visions are
exposition
gonna
right
get
now.
worse.
Yeah.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man he has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter.
But
on
at the
his
same time,
hands.
might listen to it to tell that people are lying, you know?
How can I find Mr. Throckmorton?
Oh, do you think that's
Don't
part of
worry,
it?
you can't
I don't know.
miss him.
I'm getting
Throckmorton tends
LA
to
Noir slash
stand out from the crowd.
Evil Within 2 vibes.
I feel that too.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
I don't know. Devil Reef does sound bad.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
It's almost
Most
as
locals
if they
go
don't
by
want
foot
us to stay.
or by boat.
Yeah.
I've got the latter sorted
Mario
for you.
says,
There's one waiting
sigh,
outside
exposition.
You're too kind, Johannes.
Just some light, some light.
Can
What's
you
my
steer
character
me
doing with his
towards the
hands? I thought he
Devil's
was
Reef?
taking notes,
The
but
port.
he's
Take
just
this map. I've marked the
placing his
hotel
hand
and
above
a
his
few
stomach.
other key places.
Mario said, sin counter 1.
Other places? Like what?
You're
Do
a
you know
private eye,
exposition? That's a
yes?
no-no.
Well,
You're supposed to
I
work that
highlighted
in. You
the
don't
police
just give it to
station,
me.
city
You don't just
archive,
feed that to me on a
newspaper,
plate.
Places you'll need to get to the truth. This
Alright, Mario,
city
you're gonna have to
is
keep track of the
insular.
numbers then.
Its ways mysterious.
At the end of every stream, just post
No one
the
will
total.
take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
You know what, Strager? I gotta agree. Caramel-colored suit with a black tux,
That's
with
it for
yellow-orange
now, I think.
shirt, and a belted
Thanks for helping
fedora.
me get my
Doesn't make it look
bearings.
half bad.
No, no.
You know, I didn't notice the
The
belt on that
pleasure
fedora.
was mine, Mr.
On the hat.
Oh, before you go.
Yeah, nice.
How can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
What was this man's name? Already, I forgot.
His name is Johannes.
Okay.
When he said it, I thought he said, "Call me your highness," and I was like, "No, thank you." And then I read the subtitles. I was like, "Oh, Johannes."
Uh-oh. This map's a little bigger than I thought.
Doesn't that look like the city of Amestris from Full Metal Alchemist?
Ooh. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Or the country of Amestris, I should say.
I'm hoping every section is like its own case, so we don't have to explore all this at once.
It's pretty big.
How's the game looking?
Oh, as far as the graphics, they're coming across very well. They're good graphics, obviously.
It's not fuzzy like Resident Evil.
No, the stream can handle it. I'm actually pretty surprised.
Yeah, it's just Resident Evil. I don't know what they did to that game where it can't stream properly.
I don't care about your petty excuses.
Oh shoot, we got
Leave the port
Gorilla
until
Men
my
out here.
son is found, and that is fine.
What was that part?
Excuse me.
His face?
You Robert
or...
Throckmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
No,
My name's
no,
Charles
no.
Reed.
That's a
I'm a private investigator.
hallucination of
Just
some
arrived
kind.
from Boston.
Nah, it's just
told
a
you might be able
your
to
everyday
help me.
Gorilla Man,
Private
Jasmine.
investigator, you say?
no,
Well,
no. That is not a
perhaps we
human
can
face.
help each other.
Yeah, it's Gorilla Man.
Well, gorilla men aren't real.
Maybe this world they got Gorilla Men, like Mass Effect.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
I feel like I would have
Why
read
do
something
you
about that,
care?
but hey.
What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he
no.
was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, Mark.
Ooh,
Nice.
this is a lot of dialogue.
What is my guy doing? Is he's not taking notes? He just has his hands ready to fight. Oh look here, Simon. Your features are unusual.
There you go.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain
Oh man.
royal family.
Mario up the sin
and has
counter.
blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Wow, what happened? Or just the exposition? Alright, that didn't really give me a reason. You look like a gorilla.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what
I'm
you
not the one with the
speak
problem.
of.
Y'all the ones
Can
with
I
the
ask you a
problem.
few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing.
You keep saying In's mother.
Yes.
What's that mean?
Let's talk about your dreams.
No idea.
Oh, here it is. Who are the Innsmothers?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced
Oh,
freaks
Innsmouthers?
have overrun this
I
city
read
since the
Mother.
police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn
Is
city.
Innsmouth a city?
The port,
I think there are people.
Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the Shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speak.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
Oh,
What
Henry
makes
does
you
not
think
like this
you
Mr.
can do
Throgmorton something.
Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrival.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose?
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had
Hey,
better
Max.
get used to
He
the
says,
Oakmont
"What's with the gorilla?"
dialect, outsider.
He tried to explain
It
it,
is
but
if you want to fit in.
fell short. He's
It
just a
is
gorilla.
fascinating blend. Vera
Welcome, Matt.
means fine. I was saying,
I see. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Tane, did you not listen at all? This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house.
Alright, Fisherman
left.
House.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house.
Alright, let's go to the house.
Where's the house where...
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of
Hey,
it.
well, I didn't know. I didn't leave the dialogue tree yet.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence.
Alright,
As much as I'm
let's go check on the
enjoying-
lifeboat
Find my
first.
son.
Hiya, Max. How's it going?
Did I say hello to Max?
Yes, you did, but you said Max.
Oh, hello, Max.
Mario says everything wrong with Kong Baby in 1 hour or less.
Whoa. Alright,
We've,
I don't want to accidentally hit civilians. Let me save this.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Xavier. That's why you can't be doing stuff like that. So Strager suggests that with the... So you're aware that, like, Massachusetts and that area back in the 20s was, like, rampant with gangs?
Mhm.
There's a suggestion by Strager that King Kong runs one of those gangs, and this is his direct descendant.
Oh. You talking about Big Boy King Kong?
Big boy King Kong. But, Max, as far as your question, they like, literally never address why there is a gorilla walking around running businesses.
Look at this nasty city. It's got all this octopus flesh all over the place.
I've said everything I know.
It flooded, and I think it's, like, actively experiencing
Don't do anything
floods.
stupid, newcomer.
Oh my goodness.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Mario said the sin count is up to 8? Oh, that's alright, Max. Max says this new schedule is probably going to be harder for me since I'm usually exhausted at this point.
Oh, okay. It's okay, Max. This is our new schedule because we're exhausted.
At
After
6
work.
o'clock.
Yeah. Looking for clues, looking for clues. Let me make sure I have the easy clue setting on. Yeah, I've set the newcomer.
Ooh,
Let's see what you
Strager
find,
says that,
newcomer.
or he's a science experiment who left to start a gang.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What?
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
I'm just gonna call Throgmore Gorilla Man.
Okay. What do you want?
That's fair.
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will. Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn.
I want to know what happened.
I don't remember much.
So Innsmouther is
Me,
a word for
Paul,
refugee,
and
or it
Lewis.
refers to a refugee from
We
a
were
certain
here.
country?
This is our house.
I think
Barry
that's
was
just what they
outside
call those
on
people.
And he came back.
If they're
Okay.
even
carrying
people, maybe they're
Throckmorton's son.
fish monsters.
He was unconscious. Barely
Ooh,
breathing.
you're right.
Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in
Oh,
Lewis's
I
room.
agree. Strager
He
thinks that
started to make these
Charles
horrible
Reed has a
sounds
badass voice.
Okay.
I do hear it a little
Began
bit.
to burst,
You
and
can always
he
tell
woke up.
because the character's
that, I
voice
don't
is
remember
lower
a
than
thing,
everyone else's.
just Dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant.
That sounds familiar. Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know this man. Who's K?
Where are all the
I've
other
never heard
guys?
that word before this whole
That's
game.
Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr.
Okay,
Throckmorton.
so K's just a god.
Lucky rascal missed everything. And
Do you know how...
I don't know. When I pulled myself together,
I'll leave you to it.
please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or did I
What
kill
is
him?
this man talking about?
Yet, Will.
I don't know, I
police
thought I
will
was
stop
investigating,
anyone coming in or
Arthur.
out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
Well, I don't know
Afraid
what
of
you've been
what I
tasked to
might dream.
investigate with, but for those just joining, the whole town has been struck with this like madness and also flooding, and so we're trying to get to the bottom of it. Max says this is a new game to me. This is a new game to all of us.
I just bought it like 3 hours ago.
I'll admit it's pretty cool so
I
far,
can barely
but
recognize the face
there's a
of the poor
lot
fella.
of intricacies to
beaten
the
to a pulp.
story.
Alright. What was going on? I'm already getting visions.
I
A
can
little
barely
scary.
recognize the face of the poor fella.
Ooh.
He was beaten to a pulp.
Alright, this isn't very much of a tutorial. I like to have my hand held.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Feel like the room is shaking. Oh, mind's eye. More information. Mind's eye lights should be unseen. This is mine everywhere, anywhere. Distort corners of the screen. Okay, so that's why the room's shaking around.
Wait, what is that object?
I guess my boy's superpower.
What are those two bars on the left?
They have not told me yet.
One is red and one is blue. Okay. Max says I get Uncharted vibes for some reason.
There is a gun. Alright. Oh, I can use mind's eye on objects.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulina.
It's all coming
Yep.
together. It's all coming together.
So that man was straight up possessed.
Yeah. Can I keep that? Or
Ooh, Stracker says, damn, he
Never
got some
seen
shadow
knives
vision.
like this before.
yeah.
Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
I agree, that's a really, really pretty knife.
Hope he's writing anything down.
Ooh. They mentioned Prohibition. That was a nice timestamp.
Without telling me the exact year.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
What? What does it look like?
I don't see
Just-
anything anymore.
Yeah, just ugly looking chin. I don't know. I guess we'll wait until we see one.
Oh my goodness. I thought the sin counter was an 8, but it was a 3. I misread it.
5
And
cards short of a full
then it went up
house.
to 4, and now it's up to 5.
Alright, it's all coming together though. I
Hey,
almost
Mario,
had this case solved.
There was a fierce fight here.
Mario,
but
give me the
someone tried to
highlights.
flee.
Or the lowlights, I guess, on the sin counter.
Oh yes, recognition. Okay.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone
So it
tried
looks like
to
I can
flee.
put together the whole scenario like Connor does.
Excellent, excellent,
It
excellent.
would take
Or
tremendous
Batman.
effort to move this thing. let
Did-
alone tossing it
I
over like
think
this.
Mario was here. Was anyone else here when we streamed Detroit Become Human?
Choo choo.
Because that was lovely, a lovely game in general. I just wanted to
It's
point that out.
it's free with PlayStation Plus this month.
No way.
Take this, ape face.
That's mean. It's not his fault. He looked like a monkey.
Yeah, run!
It's all coming together. Oh, we missed something.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Yeah, what do we have here? I'm gonna assume this is 1. I'm gonna assume this is 2.
Happening?
And I'm gonna assume
Take
this is
this,
3.
ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Gotcha. I missed it. What was that?
I don't know. In the course of putting that all together, we just got a vision right now.
Investigate main case, evidence, deductions. Oh, okay. So let's open up our casebook.
Now, I read this in the gameplay paragraph, and I don't know if they'll introduce it to you tutorial style, but I don't know if you have a traditional health bar in this game, but you have a sanity bar, and you spend sanity when you solve cases like this. And so the lower your sanity gets, the more susceptible you are to visions like you just saw.
Oh, okay.
And if you run out of sanity, you die.
So since I just did that vision thing, that's why I had this little camera thing going on right now.
I guess so.
Okay. Looks like it died
But-
down though.
Yeah, from what I can tell, the blue bar is your sanity, which, from that paragraph I read, replenishes naturally over time.
Okay. It's all coming together. Let's go report our findings to
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared
Gorilla
for.
Man.
Strager says
I
he has a
gave
Shadow
you
Hunter's
clear
gift, but it does have a price,
instructions, did I
sadly.
not?
Alright, so this is where Albert jumped out the window. I don't see any footsteps.
Dang, Mario, the sin counter is up to 7. I don't even know what happened between 6 and 7.
What is this Mind Palace? Oh, lore.
There's a lot going on. It kind of reminds me of the God of War in that sense.
What? God of War?
Yeah, just that there's so many different menu options.
Oh,
Maybe I'm misremembering God of War.
yeah, God of War, they pointed me to everything. Alright, it wants me to open the casebook, then switch to Mind Palace. Alright, casebook. How do I switch to Mind Palace? My head is starting to hurt. Oh, right here. Okay. Albert attacked fisherman. Fled. One fisherman missing. Okay. Deductions?
My, they're really making me work for this stuff.
Oh, you look. I got blind clues. All right. Albert attacked the fisherman.
Oh man, I wish I could see the screen better. Let me see. You know the screen on my laptop is jacked up.
Yeah. All right. Let's say unstable in outbreak. Yes, correct.
Okay.
All right.
This reminds me. This process is reminding me of Ace Attorney.
Yeah, combine stuff. I'm getting some Life is Strange from that one section.
Which section? Oh,
wait.
you're right. You're right.
Remember Super
Oh my
Max?
god. I do remember. You're halfway through. Your time is 31 minutes.
All right. I'm gonna say it. Unstable and attack fisherman. All right. We're doing good. Oh, almost done. Fisherman missing and Lewis shot without warning. I'm gonna put that with wounded. That's incorrect. Put that with this one. As it ends, Malfour, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the monkeys.
Wait, I gotta read that. This seems like an important sentiment. So the anti-Throgmorton sentiment. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be reason to hate them. So the Throgmortons are the gorilla people.
Yeah.
Or at least there's one gorilla person among them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're all, because they did call Albert Ape Face.
Right, you're right. The Throgmortons are the gorilla people, and the Innsmouthers, I don't know what their distinguishing feature is.
Maybe I see them yet. Albert, the fisherman named Lewis, fled the scene after their fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense. You need a better name for it.
He does. Oh, I missed it. Striker said I'll be right back.
Alright. Now we need to track down. Follow omens. Mind's eye can reveal omens. Sorry.
Oh.
Using my mind's eye now. Now. Hello, spirit. Which way? Spirit is telling me to go this way. And this spirit is just scaring me. Ooh, gotcha. Got a shotgun shell.
The fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Oh, it's just a newspaper. Alright, I don't want my madness to. What is it called? Insanity beater, Jasmine?
It's called Sanity.
Sanity. I don't want to lose my sanity, so I'm gonna go in and out.
And you know that concept technically hasn't been introduced in the game, so it might not be the
big
worst
deal
thing.
yet.
Mario says discount Arkham games following clue sequence. Very that.
I wish I could talk to them, so them just pointing me in the direction. Alright, let me take out my gun. Yes, alcohol. I will need that for later. This is a piece of cloth.
There's something in the pocket.
Bloodstained note. Lewis, please give me 1 more week and I'll owe you one more water. Everybody up, blood on ground. Orios, nice deal. Alright, looks like Peter just owes Lewis some money.
Peter owes Lewis some money, so Lewis is the man
Blood
who
is
shot
fresh.
at Albert.
Yes.
Whoever it belongs to could not have got far.
I can't get a good sense of Lewis's character.
Alright, just stealing everything, I guess.
Is Lewis the one who fled the scene?
I think they both fled the scene.
Okay.
I can't tell if Lewis was going after Albert or they were just both fleeing together.
Okay. This is partially for me, but also for anyone who's listening. So, the gorilla man that we met toward the beginning, the kind of dignitary guy, he's a Throgmorton. Is that the name?
Yeah. I'm just gonna call him Gorilla Man, but yeah.
He's a Throgmorton. His son is his son, right?
Yes. Albert.
His son was missing. His son Albert was missing. We spoke to a fisherman who was concerned about some kind of madness psychosis. We investigated the scene and we determined that Albert had been shot by another fisherman named Lewis, right?
Oh shoot. Yeah, combat in this game? Yeah.
Oh snap.
I don't like anything about what I'm looking at right now.
Ugh. Yuck. Ew.
Lewis, I presume? Oh, wait, no. Is this, oh no, this might be Albert.
One fatal round through the forehead.
Is he
That's
a
no
gorilla boy?
accident. This
No,
was
he's a gorilla
deliberate.
boy.
Yeah. Albert's dead.
No.
You're too slow. Alright, let's write up our deductions.
We're not gonna go after the killer? I guess that's not what private investigators do. JJ's here. He says, I'm very late. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, JJ. Okay, Peter's a bar owner, apparently. So I think Lewis was chasing Albert Jasmine based off this.
Okay.
So this goes to that.
So JJ, as you can see, this is a new game, and we're playing as a private investigator. So what Xavier's doing now is using the clues, putting the clues together to draw conclusions about what happened.
Alright, I guess we don't know 100% sure that Lewis killed Albert. Nope.
No, actually, we have no reason to think that he did outside of the fact that they were last seen together in the same place.
Well, now this thing's saying he did, but it didn't let me mix this up. Alright.
Mario says, I should probably have counted this on the sin counter, but is it me, or does this game have very similar... Does game control very similar to The Last of Us?
No, I'm not getting any Last of Us 5 on my end.
That's good, that's good, that's good. And JJ said, ooh, a mystery game. Yeah, they're throwing us right in there with the mystery, that's for sure. It does feel like a book. So mystery books are my favorite genre. They're also my favorite genre of movies. But there just aren't a lot of them. But the thing about a book, you know, you kind of grab hold of everything that you read. It's not like you forget too much while you're reading. I feel like it's not working well in the game. There's just so many little details that I don't feel like remembering because I'm trying to learn how to play. Xavier, do you have any thoughts?
I just think I don't know. I'm still trying to learn what's going on right now.
Gotcha.
I feel like the tutorial should be more of a tutorial. I do like that I'm learning by myself, but games like this, I don't mind them holding my hand for the first one.
Gotcha.
Say a Plague Tale Innocence, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause I know how to sneak past stuff and throw rocks at walls, but I don't know how to play this game. So, show me how to play this game.
Mr. Throgmorton,
They can go jump right into it,
I'm
huh?
afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
Alright.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
I'm gonna say I can't be sure yet.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. I have some suspects, but I need to investigate further.
What kind of private eye are you?
I'll just let you
thorough
know.
one.
I'm gonna come back later.
When I find him, I'll tell you.
Fine. No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag and I'll help you with anything you need.
Alright, let's go to the bar. Spirit friends? Where's the bar at? Spirit
You
friends?
gonna ask the spirit friends for
Just the-
directions to the bar?
Yeah. Spirit friends? Fine, I'll look at a map.
So, your spirit friends told you if you're not in the middle of a case, we can't be bothered.
Yeah, no one showed up this time. Yeah.
So far, they're keeping the map pretty small.
Yeah. Looks like it has a location of where evidence is at, and if it's green, we got all the evidence. So I think we
Ooh.
might have missed some evidence over here, but I'm gonna keep moving.
That's handy.
Alright, this thing actually doesn't have the bar on there. Keep moving.
I think Mario agrees that Mr. Gorilla Boy kind of took up the wrong tone with you.
Yeah. I mean, I was always letting you know. I found the bar. Thanks for nothing, spirit friends.
Yeah, there's really no point in having unfettered access to the underworld if they're not going to tell you directions to the bar, you know what I mean?
Got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
No, I got a bullet for you to eat. Do I need to investigate the lifeboat that you're talking about?
Hey, based on what I've seen, probably yeah.
Okay. You said the
And to explain that piece of dialogue, I also read that bullets are the currency in this world.
Oh, I thought he was just gonna kill himself.
I thought you might have interpreted it that way when I heard you say that.
Alright. Lifeboat was washed up around the house, he said. Spirit friends? Oh, I found it.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Titania in the Fairy King classic Shakespeare. Right, guys?
Something with this helmet gives me chills.
JJ said
What's
Mario's
wrong
on
with
his
it?
CinemaSins right now. Yes, he is.
This is Albert's will. Hope someone finds this. My name is Albert. My will warn you, don't go depths, okay? I fear I'll become me, singing in my brain, okay? Alright. So it looks like he went underwater, investigate, and that made him go crazy.
There you go.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Oh no, those Innsmouthers, right?
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Alright, we can go to the bar now. Is there one button? Yes, there is.
Oh man, Henry was taking a nap on the bed, and I opened up a can of cashews, and now he is trying to get into my cashews.
What mouth?
He just put his nose on it.
Oh, well, he can't handle no cashews.
Mario, you're not updating me every time you update the sin counter.
You look familiar.
Then I just be shook,
Billy,
you know?
I haven't seen
It just
you
goes from 5 to 6, and I'm like, dang.
Look, Lewis, I'm punch him in the head. That I just saved it. I'm punching everybody. Yeah. Yeah, broke your glass. What of it? Yeah. You Lewis. You not Lewis.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
You Lewis.
He's mad. He's completely
whoops.
mad.
Uh-oh. Let's go back.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Why didn't my shovel hurt anyone else, Jasmine?
Leave and close the door and come back. Wow.
My bad. I hit everyone I was coming across, and it just so happened to hurt this guy.
You hit those first 2 people with bottles over the head, and they didn't even stop what they were doing at the table.
Yeah, this guy started to bleed and ran away.
Which is what everyone should have been doing.
Oops. What's the time, Jasmine?
Your time is 47 minutes. That's T minus 13 minutes.
Okay. It's weird that it's taking this time to load because all we did was just change one character's standing position. Oh, it's still going. Welcome back, Tracker. You didn't miss much. I just hit someone by accident. I didn't know I can hurt civilians.
I don't know if Strider saw, but we didn't really solve a murder, but we discovered a murder. Gorilla Boy's son, who he paid us to go find, we found his body shot through the head.
What? Why did it take me back here? Alright, I need this game needs to load a little faster. You can't tell because you don't have the remote in your hand. When I pushed the start button, and it took it a while to load up the start menu. Alright, no hitting random people. Alright, it's loading something.
Are you going to be able to remember that, Zay? Not to hit random people with your weapon?
It's actually going to be hard. I'll try my best.
I know that's one of your favorite things to do when you're playing and you got some downtime.
Yeah, just swing my weapon around. What's going on right now? Look, just load this room.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my
Oh,
dear.
yes. Quite the detective.
Oh, it's so clear. Your path
She literally
holds
volunteered to
many
tell you your future, like
surprises,
verbatim.
newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, and I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Well, I have alcohol right here.
Some other time. Maybe.
As you wish.
I picked up alcohol earlier, so I don't want to pay her yet.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do
This
you
portal's like a Sully.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
But his voice immediately ruined the illusion.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the
Xavier,
dead
did you
body
just drink
of
orange
Albert
juice or something?
Throgmorton,
No.
son of Robert. So,
okay.
seems
I thought I heard
Lewis is in
something.
trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you handed
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess.
So, he's smart man.
Whoops, I skipped that one
There's
too
your
fast.
good.
Oh
I've seen
wow,
some
that one was important.
unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece.
What?
They
When did I see
arrived
that?
in the flood. Some say they come from
That
the
thing
sea.
that was all
Others
elbows.
they are Kay's
Oh,
punishment for
I
us.
completely forgot about it.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Yeah, there's a lot
Keep your
going on in
gun
this game,
handy.
y'all, and all of it's
And if you
creepy.
want to erase the memory, I sell the perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave.
Alright, Sully.
Bye.
Let's go get Lewis and beat him up. Or arrest him or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what authority you have. You got old man. Oof, why are they giving me such long names? Thorgmonger? Throgmonger? You got his money behind. AKA Gorilla Boy.
Who are you?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Charles
that's why they
Reed,
call
private
him
investigator.
Innsmouthers.
Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why
Boy,
I'm
look
here.
ugly.
That
Whoa,
darn
Zay,
bartender.
chill out.
Look
It
at
was
the
all
boy's
that
face,
crazy
Jasmine.
ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm
I mean, you
down.
haven't even seen a second one to
Only wanna
compare him
speak
to.
now.
He
But
ugly.
no, if you reach for
I
your
compare him
gun,
to
you'll hit
myself.
the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got
Yeah,
nothing to hide.
Max says now it's Resident Evil. It does dip into that Resident Evil.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
Well, I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
He out here calling people other animals when he looked like the Blob.
Clearly, there's a little bit of a, not necessarily discrimination, but you know what I'm
kind
saying.
Why
A little
does
stereotyping.
Does he have the
Face,
right to
it's,
discriminate?
Oh, so you're here to
I
attack
think
me
so.
just because I look
Look at him.
different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends?
Max says
What's
that
new?
thing is ugly,
No,
Xavier.
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah, see? Max
I
was what I'm
didn't know
talking
how to
about.
ask. I've just never met someone like
Mario
you
says
before.
this man is a combination
I
of
didn't mean any
Clayface and
offense.
Penguin. He nasty
Innsmouthers'
looking.
body.
Yeah,
Bodies
because he
for
got that
the
little
rest
gut a
of the
little bit.
sea.
I do see
You're
it.
gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Good for you, I guess.
Start at the beginning.
Can you put a hat on or something?
We
I don't know.
were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Does he have web
Come
fingers
on,
too? I can't tell.
Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how
Charles
much
is
Mr.
taking it-
Throgmorton would give us for
taking
saving
it
his
quite
son.
nicely.
For that ape. He was out cold.
Yeah.
Then woke in an instant and started
Strager says he's a
screaming, attacking
blobfish,
us.
that or a rockfish. He's
After
adapted
that,
to blend in with a group of
can't
grouchy
remember a
old
thing.
men.
Ooh, blobfish. I see it. I see it. Alright, here's some lore bit jabbing for you to remember.
I I hear there's
You
a
want me
bit
to
of a
remember some
feud
more?
between the
Yeah,
Innsmouthers
I'm
and the
not remembering this stuff.
Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
Jeez, my cell phone.
The things you did to Albert don't
Okay,
look
so
like a
the
bloody
Throgmortons were the ape
fatal shot to
people.
the head,
Describe
body.
the
One might start to wonder if it was
Innsmouthers, who are the
deliberate.
fish people,
I don't know what to say.
as
I
thieves,
wasn't
refugees,
You mentioned a
plagues,
grand family.
parasites,
What do you mean?
and the Innsmouthers describe the Throgmortons as
Yeah, a newcomer
Word.
with a gun. Answer
kind
the
of corrupt,
question.
heartless,
People
greedy.
here crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Oh no,
Mr.
see,
Reed,
Mario says
don't
St.
tell
Counter
Throgmorton
46.
about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
Well, you killed someone, sir.
But he wasn't in control. Maybe.
Well, okay, wait. Because if we... It's not like he's going to get a fair trial. I was going to say, even if you didn't want to do it, that's something they can work out in court. But he's not going to get a fair trial, though.
Yeah, he's nothing but a dirty Innsmouther. I'm just gonna call people fish boys.
Got it.
This is not
I'd say
exactly
I'll
cut
think
and
about it
dry.
because I don't want to make him any
I need
promises.
some time to think.
Oops. What do you say? Uh-oh, I missed that.
Oh my goodness. Wait. Let me see if I can...
I
can't rewind when it's
yeah, I
live.
just tried to. I can hear myself on your end a little bit. Let me think. What did he say? What could he have said?
Making a deal, though.
Huh?
Max said, wow, Xavier.
Yeah, oops. Sometimes they be flying through these lines as I push X, I swear. Let's say you have a deal.
It turns out
Really?
I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed.
Oh, it's too bad. I'm about to stab you in the back, whatever you just gave me.
Wow. You just lied to that man.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Okay, we have a minute and a half left.
Okay.
What the? Get the... Oh.
Alright. Oh.
Okay,
put some
then.
clues together. There you go.
So the game has a mechanic where you kind of go from raw clues into what it calls deductions. So you have to match up the clues.
This is the first deduction where we have to make our own. Are we going to say he was aware of his actions, or are we going to say he was affected by something else?
Oh, I think we should say he was affected by something else. Clearly there's something going on here.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for me to solve this case with supernatural elements, even though I have supernatural powers.
Yo, that's crazy. So we chose our own deduction, so we basically chose our own path.
Yeah. So now the clues are leading that way instead. Alright, lose underneath mental influence, killed Albert, something. Okay.
Hey,
try to
Xavier,
cover.
blocks of paragraphs. These block paragraphs are important. You need to read them.
But people, y'all want to read, y'all can read it. I'm just going to skim through it and give you a summary.
No, we can't read it if you skip right past it. We're out of time, but I'm just saying we're in the process of putting together a very complex mystery, when the game stops you to give you a summary, we need to let people know what that summary is.
Okay. Alright, but the game's not stopping me. I am going on my way.
The game is stopping you. You're choosing not to stop.
No, I chose to click this. I could have kept moving. But it said Lewis killed Albert, like we said. He's under some type of influence. Couldn't control his actions, so he can't be blamed. So we're trying to save him from the wrath of Robert 8-Man.
Well, there you go.
You want a drink?
No. Right, let me go outside and we'll save it here. Yeah.
Okay, everybody.
Right, how you feel about the game, Jasmine?
I actually like it. It's gonna be hard to play at all. It's gonna challenge my mental capacity, but I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I guess we haven't solved this case yet, so I can't see how I can tell these are going to get complex as we go further on.
Everybody's saying the main character looks tired.
Yeah, he doesn't need a drink. That's all, Stracker. But we're on the job. You know, we can't be drinking.
Well, we'll be back with the same game tomorrow. Same game, same time. Let us know what you think. Do you like it? Should we keep playing? Should we drop it? Whatever.
We'll see you all tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.
Bye, Max.
Bye, Stracker. Bye,
JJ, Diablo,